Alright everyone, welcome back to the TheCombustionGamer YouTube channel and NASCAR Heat 5 with Florida Racing in the Truck Series. So we're here for a double header at Kentucky as we're going to be racing the Truck Series and Xfinity Series. So, we'll see that Xfinity Series in another video. But, we're here in the Truck Series, so let's get our truck set up and let's head out onto the track for some racing. Alright everyone, thanks for coming on and watching. If you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, go ahead and do so. Plus also, don't forget to check out the links below for Combustion Gamer gear. Thanks. Alrighty guys, so we got Christian Eckes as the pole winner, and Mike Common and Nedley Decker both had problems in practice qualifying and inspection, so those going to be starting in the back here with us. And here we go, got ourselves our cams set up and everything, so let's go racing. Got ourselves an 8-lap shootout. We're going to see how that works. We're going to get through this turn here, get as many positions as we can, as we do have a goal of 5th. And Austin Wayne self there a little bit of front end damage from that contact, not too bad. And we're going to keep our eyeball on what these tires do here as we slide up the track. Terrible turn entry, that's for sure. So we got ourselves 11 laps of fuel in a 8-lap shootout here, so we're good on fuel, no problems there. Ooh, don't want to make that transition too many times. Got into whoever that was in one of the Toyotas, but we were able to save it, he was able to save it, and we were able to keep on going there. Got Stuart Friesen currently leading this thing. Truck is not wanting to turn on the bottom, so we're going to have to rethink how we enter these turns here. Yeah, we don't want to transition down here on the apron again like we did there. That did not work out well. Alright, a little bit better through the turn. We're definitely getting some right front tire wear building up pretty quick as we got some temperature on that. Made our way up to the top 10 so far, so we got definitely a good performing truck. We'll see who we got up here though. We got Matt Crafton. Christian Eckes has fallen back, so all the way back to 7th now. We got Creed up here, gonna slide up the track just a little bit. It's gonna get into Eckes just a tad. But we're going to continue on here as we have about 4 laps left in this stage. I'm going to try and get past Hill here. And there we go, nice smooth pass there. That's working out really good. And I think we got Johnny Sauter and Ty Majeski up ahead of us as we have Ross Chastain in the lead. So truck is definitely not liking how it's entering these turns, so I'm not totally sure how we'd fix that particularly, but the truck overall feels pretty good, maybe a tad bit tight. But it still seems to be performing pretty good speed-wise, so we're definitely wearing out our tires. But we got plenty of speed, so we're definitely... Ooh, and Majeski checks up right in front of us. Sorry about that. Getting to him. Luckily we were able to back off. He was able to control it, so great save there by Majeski. But yeah, we just totally... He checked up a whole lot, and I was just right behind him. And just didn't catch on until I hit his bumper, so... That's how that all works. We got Ross Chastain currently in the lead. So he's doing a pretty good job here in the Cup Series so far. What am I saying? Cup Series, Truck Series. It's a good race for him so far today. So we got ourselves a Toyota, a Ford, 2 Chevys, and of course us as another Ford here as well. But yeah, well, now that we got the entry speed down a little bit better, it does seem like the truck's handling a bit better, as we're going to try and chase down the Ross Chastain machine here. There we go. So yeah, switching up how we enter that, that's really helping. The truck's still sliding up some, but definitely driving a little bit better there through the turns. So entering kind of high, then going low does seem to be helping. A little off throttle time. And Ross Chastain, I'm pretty sure, is going to get this stage here. Sure does. So good job by him. But yeah, our truck feels really fast. So we're going to fix that damage here. And we'll see what we got going on the setup. So good job there. We're definitely going to need 4 tires. We got to fix the fuel. Tape's good. I'm liking where the wedge is for the most part because the truck feels really good. Yeah, we're going to leave it there because the truck feels really good, and the pit crew is able to get us out in front of Ross Chastain. Nobody else really moved there on pit road, so good job to the guys for getting us out here. Here we go. We got a 7-lap shootout in stage 2, so once again, no pit stop needed. We might try switching things up if we get a caution later on in the run. As we hit the turn, gotta gather it back up. Having a much better entry into the turn so far. As we've hit the nighttime, it does feel like the truck is driving a little bit differently, maybe even stiffer than it had been. Just thinking off the bat here. And it feels about the same as it did starting off, so I don't think there's that much of a change. We still got some sun, so it seems like the track temp isn't going to change that much, but it does feel a tad bit different. But we're also out front, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. See who's racing back there, as we don't really have to worry about fuel mileage. We got Johnny Sauter, Ross Chastain, John Hunter Nemechek has made his appearance in the top 5. And we got Ty Majeski still racing up here currently. So Johnny Sauter, Ross Chastain, those guys, and Ty Majeski have been up here the whole time. John Hunter Nemechek, though, he seems to be moving up, so we'll have to watch him. Fellow Ford teammate. So we're doing pretty good. Seems like we could be getting a better distance on this lead, though. But just got to get in kind of a groove here as we're going through these turns. So it seems like you into the turn high, let off the throttle, and go low. It seems like that's working out pretty good. So that allows you to kind of exit then high here, so that's kind of how that works. And then you can kind of cut this tri-oval just a little bit on the lower side, and that ends you right up against the wall kind of to some extent, turning down low. So that seems like that's working as we've gained some time on Johnny Sauter. We've gone too low now. And John Hunter Nemechek does seem to be moving up. We've got Jordan Anderson up here racing, so that's another new face up here in the top 10 for today's race. We're keeping our distance from Johnny Sauter, not really pulling away from him. He is pulled away from the majority of the field, though. And now he's starting to get a little bit of time on us. And the truck definitely feels like it's racing a little bit different right now. Definitely seems like it has a bit of a pull towards the wall. So that's interesting. Let me check here. Yeah, we got a little bit extra weight on that tire, so that's probably not helping us there. Keep an eye on Sauter here. And so we're keeping our distance pretty good. It's not too much of an issue. But with the longest stage at the end here, that could prove interesting with pit stop. See how all that shapes up. The truck definitely seems to be turning towards the right a little bit, which I don't overly like. So we'll have to see how it handles beginning of next stage. So there we go, stage 2. We are the winner. That's going to be some much needed stage points, so that's definitely going to be helpful for the playoffs. And there's your top 10 there, Sheldon Creed getting the last point. So that's interesting. That's definitely a mix-up of who was up here from before. Go ahead and fix any damage that's on there. Pitstop. And we continue to hold our position. John Hunter Nemechek able to gain 1 position on Ben Rhodes on pit road. John Anderson's still up here as well. And here we go. Yeah, he is right there. So John Anderson having a good night speed-wise. So far, no DNFs, as the whole field is still here with us. No major incident other than the one with us and Ty Majeski, where we almost went around. Amazingly, no caution on that, so that's certainly helpful. Alright, truck feels pretty good. Way off the throttle there as the truck was drifting up the track. John Hunter Nemechek, Ross Chastain, and Riley Herbst now here in the top 5. So Riley Herbst, that's another new face. So man, we've had a pretty good turnaround up here in the top 5, so that's pretty good. Alright, much better through that turn there. We gained some time on Herbst, who is coming. I mean, he's just got the second, so he's kind of getting some speed here later on the run. Todd Gilliland now moving up, so a pretty good amount of jockeying back there. Fellow 4 teammates moving up. So a little bit slower than I like there as we've lost some time to Herbst. Ooh, we hit that bump. Forgot about that bump in transition of 1 and 2. That kind of bounces around. We're not really pulling away, but that's because I'm kind of fighting the truck from drifting up right now with how it's handling. Looks pretty good. So we got 9 laps of fuel remaining. Let's see here. 9 laps of fuel remaining, 16 laps of the race remaining. We're going to keep an eyeball on second here, though. But, yeah, we do have to have green flag pit stops if a caution does not occur. So this top 5 has really moved around quite a bit in this race. I'm actually surprised. Usually it doesn't do that quite as much, but we are definitely getting some shifting in who's where. That's kind of interesting to watch. So there we go, 15 laps remaining, 8 laps of fuel remaining. A little bit on the weird entry there. Jordan Anderson's still racing up here pretty good in 3rd. So I'm not really pulling away. I'm keeping distance, but I really am not pulling away that much. And these guys are right there, so depending on how pit road goes, that could be the winner for them or the loser for me. Or the win for them and the loss for me. I think that's a better way to phrase it. But yeah, Jordan Anderson, I don't usually see him up here, so I mean that is really cool as he's about to try and take the second spot there from Herbst and gets it currently. So yeah, there's definitely some interesting steering in this truck right now, so I'm not sure if we broke something or not, but it's definitely drifting towards the right on the straight. And so that's causing me a little bit of mayhem here. So 13 laps remaining, just taking off the laps. Let's see here, is this backstretch, is it flat? Yeah, it's kind of, no, it's got a bit of a slant to it there, so I mean, interesting. Alright, check in here, we got 5 laps of fuel remaining, tires are wearing pretty good, so 12 laps remaining there. John Anderson right behind us. With that transition, seems like we've gained some speed. Johnny Sauter, Ross Chastain, so slowly stretching out this top 5 here. And we've really stretched out the entire field for the most part as well. So that's certainly a bit of a difference there. But yeah, Jordan Anderson, as we head up towards the wall, truck got loose. And there's that transition there through 1 and 2. A little bit of a wall tab there. And Jordan Anderson starting to gain us as our truck gets a little bit looser here. As we're going through, and not the comfortable loose. There's a really comfortable loosed feel to the truck that I really do enjoy to race. This is not that loose. This is a far different loose that is not comforting at all. Kind of hard to explain at the moment, but it's pretty apparent that it's not a very comfortable feel to the truck right now. Looking here, we got 2 laps of fuel remaining, so we'll be coming this next time by. Nobody else came to pit road that time. So there we go, 9 laps remaining. Yeah, rear tires, let's see here. Yeah, rear tires are starting to go, so we have really worn out those tires there. Nobody has pitted this time, which kind of concerns me to some extent. It's going to go ahead and let it start drifting in. Hello. Thank you. Alright, so now that we have damage, but thanks to those guys we did get to where we needed to be. So totally not the entry we wanted, but I think we entered the right speed, so that helps. Now we've got to get this thing out of here, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Anything we can save on? We'll save on the damage. We'll just let the damage go as is. So no time to fix that. Oh yeah, that's not too bad, so just get these tires done. Pit crew, this is your money stops. Let's get it done. And it was Zane Smith there. There go 2. There goes 4. 5 trucks ahead of us right now. And here we go. That's a long pit lane. A little bit longer than some of the other ones are. And 4 brand new tires. A little bit of damage in the front. It's not too bad. So now we gotta ask ourselves the question, can we get back up to the front? And I think basically we answered that question earlier, and that is we were either going to win or lose this race on pit road, and I'm thinking with how fast these guys are moving that we probably have lost this. We're going to get past Jordan Anderson there, so he had a long stop compared to a lot of these guys that we're getting past. So that we're going to end up about 7th on the cycle. As the truck tries to really turn left, so we probably should have fixed that damage, but one of those things we can't really control. So we need to save some time. So there we go, 6 laps remaining. Plenty of fuel in the tank. We got Johnny Sauter out in front. We're trying to get to Ben Rhodes here. We also got Sheldon Creed and Chastain up in front of us. A little bit of a draft there. Truck is definitely swirly in the front end. The front end is not happy with something because it is definitely swirly up there right now. So that's possibly more damage to the front, causing us to have that issue. So we're going to get past Ben Rhodes here. Ben Rhodes is going to spin just a tad bit there. Looks like he's going to be good. Amazingly, no DNFs or mechanical failures during this race for anybody, which in and of itself is a miracle for everyone involved. And we're going to try and get to Creed here, as we're going to have about 4 laps remaining. We should be able to pick up 2 more spots, I'm pretty sure here, hopefully. Alright, Creed's going to block us low. We're going to give him a tap. That's going to get him out of our way. We already got damage on the front end anyway, so not necessarily that important to keep this truck pristine, as Chastain has a bit of a issue there. He kind of gets loose and slides up to the wall. Doesn't really have quite as much momentum as you'd think if he did it on purpose. So we're going to get past him for fourth here. And who we got ahead of us? We got Majeski. And Herbst is pretty far up there. So I think we can get Majeski here. If we get a caution, that could really change up the whole look to this race. But I'm not really counting on that. But I think we could have a third place finish here if we can get to Majeski. It's one of those things we really didn't have for the start of the run, short run. We actually, yeah, that's the thing. This particular race, we have had a short run truck. We have not had a long run truck, which is rather interesting. So the way the truck is driven has definitely been short run, able to get out ahead of everybody on the restarts, but other than that, really has not. It's been able to maintain, but has not been able to actually gain speed later on into the run and chase anybody down. So that has been interesting. Not normally what I have, as we have one lap remaining. One lap presented by the Combustion Gamer gear. Check out the links below. Alright, can we get Majeski here? That is the question, as we do have traffic ahead of him. I'm going to make sure I don't wreck my truck. So we do have a slow truck there. I'm going to be able to get underneath him. So able to use Decker as a pick, and we have got third place. So not where we wanted to finish with how well we were running, but I'll certainly take that over going further back. So got a stage win and a third place finish. Pretty good night overall. But yeah, that is interesting. I haven't had a short run truck very often. It's very rare for me to have a short run truck, so that is interesting. Realizing that, it's like, interesting how that handled. Kind of cool. Alright, so really good day there by Johnny Sauter, able to get the win. Riley Herbst there in second, Tom Majeski fourth. John Anderson had a really good day in fifth. Ross Chastain sixth. Sheldon Creed in seventh. Ben Rhodes in 8th, Todd Gilliland in 9th, and Stuart Friesen there able to round out the top 10. So stage win for us, stage win for Ross Chastain, and ultimately the win goes to Johnny Sauter. So good day for him for sure. Once again, not a bad payout day from the merch tent, so definitely nice to see that. And there we go, the current standings. 5 wins on the season. And somehow we're in 5th with that. I'm not totally sure how those points are working, but you can see it right there plainly. That is how it's working. So, yeah, you explain that to me. Anyways, but we got 29 points in the playoffs. That's certainly going to be helping. Grant Infinger, Austin Hill, Johnny Sauter there with 2 wins. Ross Chastain with 1. Stuart Friesen with 1. Matt Crafton with 1. And you see the other playoff points throughout there in the standings. So we're going to have to see how that all goes towards the season end in the playoffs. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we're going to be back here with the Xfinity Series in the next video. And also, don't forget to check out the new paint scheme video that is out. I think that one turned out pretty good, and we got some more that are going to be popping up here in the next few throughout the rest of the year here as well, as I got some done. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys here next time with Florida Racing. Bye bye.